Morgen, sorry. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are watching this video. My name, as always, is Yousef Hosseini, and I'm a hypnotist, helping people to get rid of their addiction, especially addiction to smoking cigarettes. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about this little sounds in your head that tells you go and smoke cigarette. Today I'm going to talk about this voice inside you. Okay, you see, I met a friend of mine last night, and she said, "Yeah, I stopped smoking for 2 weeks, and last night of the night before, there was some group of people smoking cigarettes, so I said, okay, I'm going to go, and only one cigarette. I'm going to go and smoke with them, and after that, again to the business of smoking." And I said, this is the circle. You are just going around and around. Each time you repeat what you really the thing that you are in your head. You're just continuing doing that, and sometimes you stop. A friend of mine, I've got a friend, he smokes as well, and he said, each day I stop 10 times a day. And I said, well, good for you. Because every time he doesn't smoke, he just stops. Okay, so there is something more about it. You see, you may actually, sorry to be honest, you may fool yourself. You say, I like it, but all of them, they are just a condition that you created for yourself, and continuing smoking. And you know, if you be honest about it, be honest, really, be honest. When you go back to the first time you began smoking cigarette, it was terrible. I'm going to bet that it wasn't good at all. It wasn't nice at all. You just wanted to throw up. Am I not right? Yes, I am, because I've been dealing with so many smokers, and they nearly 99% of them say the first one was terrible. So why, if the first one is terrible, why you keep on smoking? Have you asked yourself this question? If the first one is terrible, how is possible that after 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, even 60 years, you keep on smoking? You know it's not good for your health. You know it's not good for your wallet. You know it's not good for your skin, for your teeth, for your nails. It is bad, but you still smoke. Actually, it is a wonder of the world that you pay money to destroy your health. You pay money to destroy your complexion. You pay money to destroy your teeth, your lung, your heart. Is it worth it? And I think some people say yes, because they are addicted to it. Not the addiction that I'm talking about, that is something that you really want to do it, and you just fool yourself that I need it. Because you don't. When you're asleep, do you need cigarettes? I doubt it. You sleep 8 hours without even thinking of cigarettes. You just asleep. You don't need it. But as soon as you wake up, your routine, the things every day you do it. You just used to smoke cigarette. You just integrate cigarette in your life. So if you want to stop smoking, if you want to stop smoking for good, for always, and just prevent yourself fooling yourself that you need these things. Okay, if you want to do that, then there are possibilities. Somebody said you don't have to go through hell to go to the heaven, and this is precisely the same thing. You don't have to suffer in order to be a non-smoker. You can't be happy non-smokers, because one of the excuses people give themselves: if I stop smoking, then I become really depressed. I have a bad mood, and all other things that they make themselves. They say to themselves. Okay, but there is one thing I can promise you: when you decide to stop smoking, you will be looking for a way to do it painless, because you don't need the frustration, you don't need the bad humor when you stop smoking. So there are ways to do it without all these bad things that associated with it. As I said, when I work with people who have been smoking 60 years, they couldn't believe it. They could not believe that they are non-smoker after one session. It is difficult to believe. Even I have difficulty believing it, but I've seen it. So seeing is believing. But the one thing is, as I said, it's important that you decide. You decide. When you decide to stop smoking, then you are looking for a way. Because there are people who can help you stop smoking without any frustration, without any chance of relapse. There are people who can help you to do that. There are people who have experience in it. There are people who have helped so many other people to quit smoking, because I know how devastating it is to your health. 2 days ago, yes, I put a post on Facebook about the lung of the Chinese patient who has been smoking for 30-40 years. They have took the lung and then implant a new lung in her body, and the lung was completely charred, black. You may not believe it, or you just talk yourself out of it, because you don't have anything to do. When you are alone, when you are sitting at home, you say, the cigarette is my friend. But let me tell you something. If you find out that your friend is poisoning you, do you consider him as a friend? You would not do that. You just kick the ass of this person out of your house, because you know it's dangerous for your health. If you find a friend stealing for you, are you going to keep him as your friend? You will not do that. You will kick his ass out of your house. So I'm telling you, there are so many things you're telling to yourself about smoking. All of them are excuses in order to carry on smoking. And you are really good at it, because you've been doing it for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, or even 60 years. If you have been practicing tennis for 60 years, you would have been the best tennis player in the world. 60 years. And 60 years you have been smoking. You've been smoking a cigarette and you're just telling yourself that it is delicious. But go back to the first time that you started smoking. How was it for you? Believe me, you just hated it. But you kept on just smoking. And this is only because the things in your head telling you that it's the right thing for you. But it is not. It's stealing your money. It's just destroying your health, destroying your complexion. And even if you have a child, a grandchild, you just have problem. You make problem for them as well. Maybe you don't know it. You say you are going outside, you smoke outside. But when you go inside, all the things, all the chemicals just attracted to your body, to your clothes. And you are coming in contact with your child, your grandchild. And if you are not going to do that, if you are not going to stop for yourself, do it for your people who you love. Do it for the people who you care for. But unconsciously, maybe you want to know or you don't know, you don't want to know, but you are harming them as well. You see, look at the people who are looking at you as a role model. Looking at you, do you want your child to go and smoke cigarettes? Do you want your grandchild to go and smoke cigarettes? And they look at you. Really, they look at you. Because this is the thing of the little children. They look up to their parents. They look up to their parents to find them as a role model for them. And when they see, maybe you tell them to stop smoking, but they see you are smoking cigarettes. And you know, it is the beginning of so many other things. I've seen people, they began with smoking cigarettes and then weed and then all the other addictions because they they are connected to each other. So there is a chance to stop it. There is a way to stop it. I just repeat what I say. There are ways to go to the heaven without going through hell. So you don't have to just talk to yourself and be afraid of it, because there are people who have stopped smoking quickly in one session. Maybe it is your chance that you are watching this video that you will be doing that as well. Okay, that's there is a link on the comments. Please, if you want to know if my program is good for you, if it matches you, please just click on the link on the comment, and then we can have a discussion. It is free, because I'm not going to charge you anything if my program is not good for you. Okay, so this is, let's have a talk to see if I can help you. Sometimes one telephone call is enough to be conceived, to convince yourself that it is time to stop. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. If you watch this video on YouTube, please share this video. Thumbs up. It is really nice when you help somebody to be aware of their addiction, to the harm they do to themselves, their family, their child, and everybody they love. So please do that. Share this video and thumbs up. And I see you and I hear about you on the call that you are going to ask for. Thank you very much for your attention. See you next time. Cheers.